Happiness. In the water, 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 in the water. No party thing one say, and let me go inside. No party thing one say, and let me go. Hey,
you're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone.
Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. We are here. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Friday. Yeah. There we go. Boom. It is Friday. We have made it through the week. We have made it, people. We have made it. It has been long. It has been a long. Has it been a long week?
Short week.
It's been a short week? What you think?
It's been a short week for me.
It's been a week.
It's been a week.
Whether it's short or long, it's not the question.
It's been a week. I like that. I like that, Chinanu. I like that a lot. It has been a week, and we have made it officially to Friday, which is a good day. It's going to be a nice weather today. It's not going to be as hot as hell as it has been. Good morning, Janet. How are you today? The week flew by, but yesterday was long. Maybe that's what it was.
Yesterday was a long.
Yesterday.
Yesterday was a long day. Why was yesterday such a long day? Wow.
Because everybody, it was long. We did a lot, and it was hot as hell. It was hot. I can't take it. I don't know what to do. It is finally, yes, Mike, that is a good one. Finally Friday.
Yes.
That, I like that one. Finally Friday. Rockstone, Triz, Chinanu, Hot Sizzling Sauce. Miss Tony is going to pop in when she pops in. But we got to get the ball rolling so we can get through everything that we've missed this week. We had a couple of interviews this week. Talked to some good people. And we got a couple of interviews next week as well to talk to some more good people. But before we start everything, let's get into what is going on. Tomorrow, Saturday, is Mellow Yellow, the Togetherness Boat Ride. If you have not gotten your tickets already, not sure exactly what you are waiting for because they've been out for a while. I think that there are a few left. This boat ride literally always gets sold out. So get your tickets. It's a good, fun time. It's food.
It's punta, it's soca, it's calypso, it's bachata, it's garifuna, it's everything.
It's all the things, and that is a good time.
Yes.
We also have Open Streets. Open Streets is tomorrow, the second installment of Open Streets, and that is going from Blue Hill Ave in Dudley, all the way up to Grove Hall. So there'd be different businesses, different people out there with tables. You can walk the whole street. I would suggest bring a little scooter or something if you have a little tiny one, a stroller. It is a long walk, but it is fun in the sun. Lots of things happening. Spark FM will be in the main parking lot where all the music and things will be. So go out there and go hang out with us. Myself and Courtney Boston will be hosting that event tomorrow. Also, Jam at the Bridge, or the Bridge Fest, starts tonight with Roots Alley Collective from 7 to 9, I believe it is, right up here in, is this Cleary Square?
Yes.
Cleary Square, right over there by the Disabled Bridge. Come over there. Roots Alley Collective, they're having bands for the next 4 weeks. And then tomorrow, it's Jam at the Bridge. This is our vendor pop-up with DJ Live. Will be providing the soundtrack for that day. And then till Sunday, we have the Roxbury Unity Parade going down. I believe they start at 10 o'clock at the Madison. And then we have our Kitties band launch that is going down at 1102 Blue Hill Ave from 12 to 4. From 12 to 4. So there's lots and lots of things for you guys to do. You guys just got to get out there. Get outside. Get outside.
I'm excited.
Me
I'm
too.
excited for this weekend.
Me too. There's a lot going on.
There is.
There's a lot. Yeah, it's gonna be a very tiring weekend, but we can do this. We got this. We got this. This is what we do.
We got it.
And then next week is a whole slew of other things, but we'll get into that a little bit later.
Well, this is July. We in the summer now.
Yes, we are. Don't forget NAACP, the big convention. Go on to NAACP.org. Find out all the information. That is from the 26th to the 1st. So make sure that you guys are in the building.
Go Shein, get your good outfit.
Yes, before they shut them down. Because Shein be doing the most.
Oh, Shein.
Hi, Shein. We're going to get this show started. Saucy and Friends in the Morning starts officially right now.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the Morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
Call Spark FM at 617-272-3387. Advertise your business, brand, or music on Spark FM. Contact us at sparkfmonline.com for more information.
The only thing that does matter is great music, and you will find it here.
The all-new Spark FM.
The all new Spark FM. Today is Friday. Like we said, it's Friday the 14th. It is July 14th, 2023. Scattered thunderstorms in the morning, becoming more widespread in the afternoon. Potential for heavy rainfall, high 84 degrees. Winds in the south at 5 to 10 miles per hour, and chance of rain is about 70%.
Did you hear that rain last night?
I did not.
Oh,
I heard it when I shut my AC off.
Yeah, I did. So first of all, I heard the first like crack of thunder or lightning or whatever it was, and I was like, OMG, because whenever I hear too much lightning, I be ready for Jesus to come.
Amen.
So that didn't happen. So then I went into the room with the AC on, and I didn't hear much. But then when I turned it off, I was like, what is going on out there? But then it put me to sleep though. But it was nice. It was nice, loud thunders.
Nice loud thunders. I was up.
Your thunder buddy.
It obviously didn't happen between the hours of 4 and the time that I was supposed to get up here, because that's the time I woke up and never went back to sleep. I don't know. My brain is crazy right now. I thought about everything possible. I prayed to Jesus. Jesus, please let me help. Please let me go. I want to go sleep. Please, I'm tired, Jesus. He said, nah, you gonna stay up tonight.
Gotta read a book. Read a book or watch some mukbang.
Yeah, mukbang.
Oh,
Jesus.
Watch your soap cutting. You gotta watch some good ASMR.
I was scrolling. I went onto the online and I was scrolling things, and I just couldn't find anything I like. I don't know.
You should have watched some ingrown toenail removal.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely
Yeah.
horrible.
Wow.
Quick check-in. Who wants to tell the people about our good day yesterday?
Oh geez, we had such a good day yesterday. We what did we do? We left the studio and we went on an adventure. So we did this impromptu we went to go to the grand opening of the new dispensary downtown on High Street. It is owned by 3 ex-football players, and the name of it is Primitive. It was very nice.
Is it X? Do we say X or retired? Retired? Right? Retired football players.
Retired. Yep.
Retired.
Mm-hmm.
What does X mean if I say
X?
X?
Is like they was kicked out,
Oh,
right? If you're an X, it's like
I think they put it retired.
yes.
they put it retired.
Yeah.
So 3 retired, fine football player black men. They so big. Weren't they big? So I guess weren't they big?
Huh?
Yes, they was big. They was so big.
And anyway, so we went down there. We hung out there at Primitive for a little while. Really, really nice space. Got to meet a lot of different cannabis vendors. Got some great swag.
That was fun. That was actually very, very fun. Talking to different people and networking with them and
It
things
was.
as such. Yes, that was very fun.
Yeah, so we had a good time doing that. And then we left there and we were like, we're hungry. Go ahead.
The teammates are Rob Sims.
Yes.
He is 2021 Pro Football Hall of Famer.
Mm.
Also Calvin Johnson.
Megatron.
And a Boston College alumni, Guster Shirlius.
I spoke to him yesterday. What a nice guy.
He's really nice.
He's really, really awesomely nice.
Right.
I like him.
And again, their space is beautiful. It's right there on High Street. Really, really nice. So then we said,
so good.
It is
High Street.
Good. We left there and we were like, oh, we're gonna go get something to eat. But then while we were driving to where we were going to eat, we came across Apex Noir. So we were like, oh, let's go there too.
And that is Tito Jackson's dispensary.
Yes, and that one is on State Street downtown. So we stopped into there, went through there, looked at their stuff, and hung out there for a little bit. And then we left. We went to Quincy Market where we got some nice food after being very intimidated by all of the selection.
Yes,
we got serenaded by someone who
his name is Shadow.
And what kind of swan is he?
Black. Isn't that Black Swan?
B Swan.
B Swan. Yeah. He is actually very, very well known.
Is he?
Oh, he is?
Yeah. So when I posted the video yesterday, everybody was like, "Yo, he's still out there. He's been out there forever. That's my dude." Blah blah blah. So they all know him.
So B Swan serenaded us with a customized freestyle, and it was very nice. So we did that, and then when we left there, we're driving down the street.
Sauce, send me the video in Messenger so we can play the people.
So we're driving down the street, and what did we find? Pure Oasis downtown, Devonshire Street. So we said, pull over. We going there too. So we pulled over. We went into Pure Oasis, which was an experience. Their new location downtown. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Yeah. And we did lots of fun things. They have a really, really nice Instagram wall in there. So we made a nice GIF with Kobe, who was one of the owners. So
is it GIF or GIF?
I don't know.
It's a GIF.
It's a GIF?
It's a GIF.
Yes. Oh, it's GIF? Okay.
And I thought
because that's really always a grand question.
So we made a GIF with Kobe, which was really fun. And we hung out there for a little while, got some goodies from there. And then we got back in the car and moseyed on home. Then our night didn't end there though. Then we went out to Brockton with the whole family to celebrate Imani's birthday, and that was a party.
Good happy birthday, Imani.
Good happy birthday, Imani. We hung out there, did shots and all kinds of things, and had a really, really good night. So yesterday was a great day.
It was just long.
It was long.
It was long ass day.
And truth is, I'm tired. But I'm ready for this weekend because we got things to do. Ain't got no time to be tired.
Ain't got no time to be tired. Chinano, did you do anything fun? No.
No.
I did not. I just went home.
I didn't.
Rider.
You should have came with us, but you're not 21.
Okay, here we go. We got the video. So I'm going to play you guys a video from Mr. B Swan yesterday. What was the name? That was my first time in Quincy Market.
Faneuil Hall.
First time.
I was so surprised by that.
That's so crazy that was your first time.
Yeah, my first time. I'm gonna go back. I'm definitely gonna go back there because it was a nice little vibe.
You gotta know what you want when you go there, though, because that was
definitely gotta know what you want to eat.
Yeah, there was so much.
You will be intimidated.
And this is Black Swan, aka Shadow.
He said everything goes better with more cheddar. My brother over here looking like young Floyd Mayweather. So I appreciate you guys representing Queen. Light me up on your hat. I knew you was Wonder Woman on the scene. So when you guys come together like Serena and Venus, I knew that I was dealing with young geniuses. My brother was smooth like Idris on the Elba. That's right, came out in the mellow yellow. He's in Ascension. It was on his shirt. So I appreciate you guys. He said everything goes better with more cheddar.
We were eating cheddar cheese fries, and so everything that he saw about us, he incorporated into his little ditty, and that was really, it was fun. We had a good time down there.
Very good time.
So yes, it was a great day.
Great day.
Downtown Boston.
Downtown Boston.
As Sauce said, doing show research.
Yes. Shout out to Pure Oasis.
Snyder said I pronounce hard GIF.
GIF.
However, the inventor of graphics image format pronounces it GIF. Yo, Snyder. You're absolutely right, brother. You are absolutely right.
I like that. So it's I guess it's
GIF.
Whatever.
GIF.
Yeah. GIF, yeah.
Yes.
I like
know
it.
what you're talking about.
I like it. Thank you, Schneider.
That's
You are
smart, man.
you are a researcher.
I told Schneider
Be knowing. Let's get into the news because let's get into the news.
The news is
newsing. A nightmare, a 12-year-old boy. I think this shook everybody yesterday in the city because I seen so many status messages about it because a lot of us have kids around this age. CK is 11, and I can't even dare to imagine what that has to feel like or be like. A 12-year-old boy is dead after being shot in a Mattapan home on Thursday afternoon, according to Boston police. Late Thursday night, Boston police announced the arrest of 22-year-old Mattapan resident.
Oh, they arrested someone.
Yeah, so it's funny. Not funny, but earlier in the day, they were saying that there was no suspect, that they had arrested someone and that they had let him go because he turned out to not be the person. And then they were like, it was an isolated incident, and they weren't really looking for anybody because it seemed like something that there was not like a threat of or something. It wasn't like a violence. But then late last night, I guess this happened again. So the arrest of a 22-year-old Mattapan resident, Walter Hendrick, is connection with the boy's death. They charged him with improper storage of a firearm, illegal possession of a firearm, and illegal possession of ammunition, which can also mean that he probably stored it in the house and the little boy found it. As of Thursday evening, the boy's death had not yet been ruled a homicide. Hendrick is set to be arraigned in Dorchester District Court this morning. What we know about the boy's death so far: the boy was shot inside of a home at 35 Pheasant Street. Police were called to the scene around 2 p.m. Police found the boy suffering from a gunshot wound. First responders took him to a hospital where he was declared dead. Authorities have not released any other information about the incident, but Suffolk County District Attorney Kevin Hayden said during a news conference they believe there is no ongoing danger in the public. It doesn't seem to be random right now, Boston Police Commissioner Michael Cox said. Pictures from the scene show animal control removing a dog from the home in a crate. Police radio transmissions indicate that a mother in Unit 2 of the triple-decker reported the shooting. She reportedly told a dispatcher that her son had been shot in the chest. Damn. The boy has not been identified. Authorities said that they are not far enough into the investigation to say whether the shooting was an accident, whether there were people in the home at the time, whether police discovered a gun at the scene, or if they are searching for a suspect. Police are still investigating the shooting. Anyone with any information is asked to call the number. I don't like it's terrible.
That's an awfully sad story. That's so sad. And I hadn't realized that the baby had passed until last night, and I'm like, oh my gosh, he didn't make it. And that's what they were saying, like they were hoping for a different outcome, but he ended up succumbing to his wounds, which is awful.
Commissioner Cox said he asks for families who have old or illegal guns in their homes to turn them over to police. We're doing all we can to combat gun violence. We're here on yet another sad and tragic afternoon that frankly stems from, again, too many guns being on our street, Hayden said during the conference. Young loss of life like this is simply unacceptable. And it's just unacceptable.
Yeah.
And no matter how it happened, no matter what went down, whether it was, like intentional, whether it was a mistake, whether it was an accident, regardless of what it was, it's just, that's 12 years old. It's just not okay. Right. Not okay. Yeah. Who looked tired?
I don't know, that picture right there, she looked kind of model-esque.
Tanned.
I was like, oh,
it's a nightmare. Investigators don't believe the shooting was random, and they say the public is not in any danger. But they didn't say what led up to the shooting.
Young loss of life like this is simply unacceptable.
In January, this community already lost another boy to gun violence.
13-year-old
Tyler Lawrence was gunned down while walking in his grandparents' Mattapan neighborhood. The police commissioner saying guns in the community can pose a danger.
We're doing all we can to combat gun violence, but I just, I implore folks, if you have guns in your home, particularly illegal or whatever, turn them into us.
Community activists call the tragedy shameful, saying the city needs to do better because we're failing our children when things like this happen.
I just think that we all need to do better as people. No matter the color of your skin, we need to do better. This should never be okay.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Tragic.
Yeah. I hate it. So many people were rocked by that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into this story about city councilor because it's too much. They're going to keep digging. Kendra Lara, they're going to keep digging. They're going to uncover anything that she ever did that was a little bit wrong. But the headline just says that she regularly drove despite revoked license. And, People drive without a
10
license
years.
every day, but
Do you think that she did not know that her license
she
was
knew.
revoked?
She knew. You can't drive with they let you know.
Mhm.
R&B let you know when your license is better. Okay.
And because I mean, I know that I've made the mistake sometimes. I mean, and this is, I guess this license is revoked, but I've made the mistake sometimes of like going somewhere and they'd be like, ma'am, you know that your license is expired? Yeah. And I'd be like, oh my gosh. And this is like in March and my birthday was in November when it expired. You know what I mean? But I guess that's different from being revoked.
They don't tell you when your license is expired.
They don't.
They tell you when it's suspended.
You're supposed to just look and know that it's expired. And I feel like that is way more common.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like it was my birthday was here and life is happening. I didn't have, you know, like
and that's
that
when it expires on your birthday, right?
Right.
And you ain't thinking about your license on your birthday, so you're not going to renew it. So I feel like that's a little bit, you know. The community needs to get back to hosting block parties so that families can get to know one another. More eyes on our children. Stop being afraid of one another for the children's sake. There is a block party. There's
been a lot of block parties.
There's been an extreme amount of block parties. Like every weekend, there's at least 4. And then they had that big grant that went out as well that they were offering people $750 to throw block parties on their street.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people took advantage of that. Also, there's a lot of beach days going on these days because there was another grant out for that too, for community organizations that wanted to throw beach parties. So people really just kind of have to start getting connected with your community and finding out what they have going
Daddy
on.
and Me is having a reading at Carson Beach this Sunday.
Sunday
at noon.
Take your children out there with a book.
Yeah.
Help
No,
them
they
read.
give them books. If you register for it on at daddyandme.org, I think online. If you register, they will give you the book, and then you go and you read with your child on the beach.
Yeah, I'm. That's a really good something to do. It's gonna be a nice day.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a chance of rain though on Sunday. So just bring a little umbrella with you. It's still gonna be warm.
Yeah.
Bring a little umbrella.
Yeah.
Witnesses say owner of another restaurant shot window at Modern Pastry in Boston's North End.
Why?
Boston police are investigating after a bullet pierced the window of a popular bakery in the city's North End. Police gathered just about 11 p.m. Wednesday at Modern Pastry Shop on Hanover Street. Witnesses described seeing a man firing a gun while riding on a motorcycle, then fleeing the area. Several sources told WCVB it was the well-known owner of another restaurant who fired the shots.
He did a drive-by on another restaurant.
Oh no!
Yeah, there's a video for this. Okay, it's coming up. You're on a bike and you take the gun and start shooting like OK Corral, said Adrian DiStefano, the owner of Cafe Paradiso. DiStefano's Cafe Paradiso is next door to Modern, and she had customers inside when the shooting happened. I've been here for 62 years. Even at the beginning, when you're talking about the mafia and all that, it never happened, said DiStefano. Here goes the clip right here. I like it when you do it right here. That's crazy, though. I don't want to ever have that type of competition where my competition got to come and shoot out my windows. That's a little bit
drive
obscene.
by on a moped?
On a moped. Oh, Lord. You got to get it done how you got to get it done, honey.
Here's the clip.
For a popular North End bakery was hit by gunfire last night. WBZ's Beth Germano is live for us in the North End tonight. And Beth, the owner of Modern Pastry, says the gunfire was the result of some type of feud with a tenant.
Well, that's right. And he was still here working at the back of the pastry shop. Now, even at 11 o'clock at night, Hanover Street is a busy place. So to have gunfire ring out, to have a bullet pierce that window the way it did without any injuries is very fortunate. It's an iconic bakery with lines that are usually out the door, especially during the summer months. So the sight of a bullet hole in a Modern Pastry window was a sight to be seen.
Somebody could have got hurt, yes. People walking by, it could have been my family, my mother.
Owner Nick Piccarello says it's the result of a feud between an upstairs tenant and someone he thinks was aiming for the man and missed last night around 11 o'clock, just as Modern Pastry was closing, with words exchanged.
He said something and says, I'm going to fix you, something in that refrained, and he pulled out a gun and he shot him, and he ducked under the car, and then the guy ran,
leaving the remnants of the violent encounter squarely in the window, fortunately in a part of the pastry shop that's used for storage and unoccupied. It had police shutting down Hanover Street for hours as they searched the scene. At the cafe next door, owner Adrian DeStefano says it sends the wrong message.
It's a very bad message that it sends out to the public. But usually it's 11 o'clock, it's summertime. You just don't do that. Get those guns off the street.
For tourists and residents who fill these streets, the sight of the bullet hole was alarming.
It's a bit scary being a father in the area. Things like this typically don't really happen in the North End, so
there's always somebody who's going to say something like that, huh?
Get people from all over the world.
Things don't happen in this area.
And enjoy the city.
When they come next time, they come to Mattapan. That's the first thing I'm gonna say. These
Things
I don't know.
These things never really happen in the area.
Things typically don't happen in this area.
No. Yeah, everybody's so friendly and nice.
I was waiting for that in that story for somebody to say that.
Of course,
that's so.
Especially, but these I want to read the comments in these kind of things. When like if it was a black neighborhood, they would be easy, like black on black crime and black people, black people, black people, black people.
Right.
Ain't no black people in any of this situation, but I don't see anybody go, oh my God, the violence have to stop and black and white on white crime has to be done with and the guns and illegal guns. I'm gonna say I want them to interview me. Like these white neighborhoods is violent. They got guns and I don't want to go there because I don't want to take my child there.
I mean, we know they got gangs in Brookline, so you always gotta crazy.
And the mafia used to be there, so I know there's a residual
right, and that's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah. Like, that's how the Italians get down. But
that's what they said. They said you're on a bike and you take the gun and start shooting like OK Corral. Exactly. This is what's going on in the white neighborhoods. Yes. I don't want to go there. I don't feel safe.
It ain't safe. It ain't safe.
I'm gonna go right down to my
for the black or the white ones.
Go to Mattapan.
Janet had a question about the Daddy and Me. She said, "That's it though. Why at Carson Beach? Why not Franklin Park? Because it's a beach grant."
Yes, it's for beach.
it's for the beach, honey.
And they had a big affair in Hyde Park around the corner from you.
Yes.
That was huge. Very big. So now they're taking it to the beach.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the answer to that.
Ted Williams Tunnel closes for organ transplant as Sumner Tunnel remains shut down. Oh.
That must have been awful.
Wow. That is special treatment for a little organ.
You got to get the organ there quick. You watch.
I do.
Something.
I do.
Yeah, put the heart on the ferry.
I do. The Ted Williams Tunnel in Boston closed briefly twice Thursday morning to facilitate the transportation of organs for transplant, according to the Massachusetts Department of Transportation. Drivers on Interstate 90 in Boston in the area of tunnel were told they may experience brief delays during the initial shutdown, which began at 8:15. News Center 5 was learned the organs were a set of lungs. This was a case where an organ was needed and had to get to a patient quickly. The timing of this was tough. It happened right during rush hour. We deal with these on a regular basis, but this one happens making it timing. Go ahead.
New video from inside the Ted Williams Tunnel shows state police escorting the transport of an organ to a Boston hospital. Traffic was halted in the westbound lanes during the busy morning commute to ensure delivery to a waiting patient.
This was a case where an organ was needed, had to get to a patient quickly, and the timing of this was tough. It happened right during rush hour.
The partial closure lasted about 13 minutes. The vital organ, News Center 5 has learned, was a set of lungs.
Heroic efforts go into doing organ transplants.
Transplant experts say the clock is ticking for surgeons to travel to procure donated organs, and then recipient patients are prepped and waiting.
Time is really, really of the essence, and the ramifications of us not being very efficient with our time are poorer outcomes for the patient.
It sounds like it could be life or death.
It's life or death.
More drivers are taking the Ted Williams now that the Sumner Tunnel is closed for the summer. Similar closures may take place for emergencies.
If somebody's having a medical emergency, our number one priority is to get them the help they need as quickly as possible.
And Parenti says those drivers stuck in traffic this morning helped make a transplant possible.
It takes a village. I always say this, it takes a village to make transplant work. And today, all those people were part of the village.
MassDOT says that the state police, again, later this morning, helped facilitate a second organ to be transported to a Boston hospital. That took place around 11:45, just before noon. Traffic then not so congested. Live at the Ted Williams Tunnel, Sarah Conji, WC.
That's dope.
I thought that they used to air fly them.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. But I guess if it's like a close proximity,
Yeah.
like from Tufts to BMC or
Yeah.
something like that, they would. But I mean, I think that if I knew that was going on, that it wouldn't. I mean, of course, people have their times that they need to be at places. But Janet did make a good thing. Like, why couldn't they just shut down one lane? Why did it have to be the
Okay,
whole
so
tunnel?
that was my logical thinking as well too.
Yeah.
And for 13 minutes,
right?
If it don't take them 13 minutes to get through the tunnel,
right?
And I think that those little pieces of things are what pisses people off. Not that they have to be inconvenienced for a little bit to
Mhm.
help. It's like a regular emergency vehicle. I
Right.
would assume when you're driving, you get over into the other lane and you clear the way for them.
Right.
And if there was a police that did that prior to the ambulance coming,
Exactly.
I don't think that you would have to shut it down at all. But hey, I'm not a part of the transportation. I'm glad that person got their lungs, because I know if it was me, shut it down.
Yeah.
Give me my lungs.
Yeah.
Can't breathe.
Yeah.
So good. I'm glad that happened.
Look at that. Bostonians being
A village.
Be right and helping out, not being mass holes. That was nice.
Yeah, I like that. Even though they didn't know what they was doing, but
And
still.
they was pissed, you know.
I'm always saying we have to come over here because of the other stupid bridge. And a lot of people don't watch the news, so they probably just don't even know what the hell is happening.
Damn ambulance just going to Dunkin' Donuts. That's what our grandmother used to say
all the time. Okay. The daughter of doctor who went to Harvard Medical School, then returned after his death, is latest to sue over body part thefts. Oh, that still happened? We're still stealing
They stole a lot of body
They
parts
did,
from
huh?
that Harvard when they were doing that body part stealing.
Mm.
Stealing people's face and stuff like that.
That's terrible.
Terrible. Terrible.
Trying to make sure that we didn't have any MSPCA taking in shelter animals from flooded Vermont. Is there any labradoodles?
I don't know,
'Cause
but
I really
Vermont
want
got
one.
hit hard with that flooding. It looks like
I didn't know, but can you tell me about the flooding? Because I actually had no idea.
I just saw it on the news, but it was just like people were like the flooding that we see down in south or in those Midwest Midwest places, states. They were like, it was over flooded. The rivers were overflowing. People had to get in like boats. People's basements were destroyed. Some homes were destroyed from all the water damage. I saw one restaurant that like lost everything from all the water damage that was in their restaurant. And I'm like, wow, that's so crazy.
Yeah, so in 2 days, they got, what was it? In a couple of hours, they got something like something crazy. So a catastrophic floodwater that damaged and destroyed countless homes in Vermont is slowly
Look at
receding,
that place. Wow.
but a spat of new threats loom. This may not be over with the rain in the forecast and nowhere for it to go.
Yeah.
So.
And is Vermont Vermont is the one that's more inland. New Hampshire is the one that's more on the coast, right?
Yeah.
So maybe that of course contributes to what happened there. But it was awful. Looked really bad.
And then last but not least, city revives plan for major traffic changes along Center Street in West Roxbury. Some residents already gearing up for another fight. The city plans to detail its plans for the Center Street project, for which officials hope to break ground later this year. At a meeting at the Orenberger School at 6 p.m. on Wednesday, organizers of the successful effort to kill the Walsh administration's plan to configure the road, which they claimed was really a plot by sinister bicyclists and outsider interests.
Sinister bicyclists.
I get it.
Sinister bicyclists.
They said that they are out to destroy the neighborhood, have their own meeting set to organize a fight the new plan. Only West Roxbury residents and business owners will be let into the session, which starts at 6:30 p.m. on June 4th. Oh, what is this? This is very old to be here.
Is that a typo? Is it
It
July
is,
14th?
yeah, but this was a long time ago. Why is that at the top? Anyways, let's forget that.
This story seems very interesting to me. The
But
BMC's,
hold on. But what we do need to do is just like how those people on Center Street went up there and fought for their streets. That's what we got to do here on Blue Hill Ave. Speaking of which, next week we will be having someone from the transportation department come in here to talk to us about the plans that they have for Blue Hill Ave. So get your questions and get your notes and stuff ready so you guys know what is going on.
When is that?
When that is, let me tell you when they're gonna be in here. Give me 1 second. Go ahead, Tony. Let me
it's just following up on that BMC immigrant story. It says BMC staff has been instructed to send away immigrant families seeking shelter in the hospital lobby. So is that what we were talking about yesterday when they're sending them to the airport?
Mm-hmm.
And how are they getting to the airport?
Oh, they got to go around.
They gotta go around.
They gotta go around
because the tunnel is shut down. And then a new seasonal shuttle service just launched at Franklin Park Zoo. It will run every weekend through Labor Day. Franklin Park just launched a complimentary shuttle offering free round trip weekend service through Labor Day. A brightly colored electric shuttle decorated with animal images will continuously bring guests from the Forest Hills MBATA station to the giraffe entrance at the Franklin Park Zoo.
Oh.
It's just under 1.5 miles and travels through scenic Franklin Park. So that's nice. If you guys don't want to drive into Franklin Park and fight for parking, you can go to Forest Hills and then catch the shuttle bus from there. And it's going to run
really
on the weekends.
nice.
It is. I like that.
That's sweet.
Is it a free shuttle?
It is. It's a free shuttle. The shuttle can transport up to 14 guests and runs between 9 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. from Forest Hills to Franklin Park.
That's really dope.
Yeah, I like it.
So Christy Hostetter will she's the project manager for the Blue Hill Ave Transportation Action Plan. They and Maya Mudgal, transportation planner for Boston Transportation Department, will be in here on July 26th. Wednesday, July 26th, to talk to you people about what's going on Blue Hill Ave. So again, Janet, LaWanda, all of y'all get your questions and everything ready so we can be ready to sound them off. That's not going to be conversational style. That's going to be question and answer. It's Q&A. What the F are y'all doing over there?
Q&A and WTF and all the letters.
That one.
Oh, and yesterday, did anybody get their free fries?
Ay, Dios mío, no
I did. Free large fries is that.
But
large
you
fries.
can get free fries anytime if you have the app.
You don't got to ruin people's lives.
You can get free fries any size if you have the app.
You're mean.
That was really mean of you. You killed my dream.
You. We're going to go to a quick commercial break and we'll be right back in a few minutes. Keep it locked. Saucy and Friends in the morning.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz. Turn it on. Turn it up.
This is SparkFMOnline.com.
Hey yo, Spark FM Online and Lifted Smoking Goods present the ultimate rubber dancehall reggae punishment. I don't know what's going down on Saturday, July 29, and we're taking it back to the basement at the Mideast Club, 480 Moss Avenue, Cambridge. Ladies, it's a night for Mesh Marinas, fishnets, and Pum Pum Shots. I don't know soundtrack provided by an all-female lineup. We're talking about DJ Slick Vic, DJ Lady Lee, DJ Light 2.0, and DJ Shasha. So you know the thing now go normal. I don't know admission at $25. Get your tickets online at ticketweb.com. Doors open from 9 p.m. until 1 a.m. So watch it, man. Just forward out for a great night of reggae vibes. Done the right way. Flex.
Unites Production invites you to their annual International Togetherness Boat Ride. Tell me about work in the morning, unless we're talking hard work. On Saturday, July 15th. Boarding time is at 7 p.m. Departure time is at 8 p.m. sharp. It's all taking place at 70 Rosewall. That's the Seaport District District in Boston aboard the MV Freedom. Tickets are only $60 in advance and $70 the day of the event. Your DJs on board: Mastermind, Vital Rhythm, Sergio, Alfredito, Idrin, HMP out of New York City. Special performances by Punta Group from Honduras. Turbo Rhythm section of the Trinidad. Dinner's gonna be included. It's a 21 plus event and proper ID is required. Come dress to impress in your mellow yellow attire. Tickets are available on eventbrite.com. For more information, contact 617-719-3972 or 617-980-4729. Unice Productions invites you to their annual International Togetherness Boat Ride. Look at how it
SI Promotions USA, alongside Specialists and Friends, presents Ecstasy. Ecstasy, a summer chic affair where the music seduces your mind, body, and soul. Ecstasy. On Sunday, July 30th, from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. at Mojito's Country Club, 44 Mosaic Drive, Randolph, Massachusetts, 02368.
Yeah, cause girls is players too.
Featuring Steely Bashman from NYC, Freeze International from NYC, Sound Inc. Family, Ghetto Hype, and Cypress. Hosted by Specialist, FC, and Trickstar.
Say you're bad from which part? Tell up the winner one dip down.
Your ticket locations: TNE Mini Mart, Tasha Michelle's Closet, 1775 Dorchester Avenue, Boston, Mass. 02124. Get your tickets online at ecstasy.frontlineticketing.com.
I'm not going no smaller threat. Let me extend my apology.
Ecstasy, a summer chic affair.
Did you know that you can now get a standard Massachusetts driver's license regardless of your immigration status? To get help with your application, a list of all required documents, and nearby appointment scheduling, visit mass.gov/WFMA. Your license is your way forward, so why not get started today? Register now at mass.gov/WFMA or call 857-368-WFMA.
JP Morgan Chase is making a global commitment to break down barriers to drive inclusive economic growth all over the world. We believe there is a pressing need to help more people move up the economic ladder. That is why we are investing in communities and people to create an economy that works for all, because no community should be left behind. Right here in Boston, we're focusing that work in Dorchester, Roxbury, and Mattapan, among other neighborhoods, on improving financial health. These efforts aim to address the key drivers of the racial wealth divide head-on. We're here to empower individuals, families, and small businesses by connecting them to the tools that build generational wealth and a long-lasting legacy. Chase is investing in Boston. Chase is investing in you. Visit us at the Mattapan branch at 1617 Blue Hill Avenue, where the team is waiting to help.
The all-new Spark FM.
Them not like me, I mean not like them.
Spark FM.
Come on.
Spark FM.
Chick a man be ballin', these chicks pigeon toed, some of them be crawling.
Spark FM.
Oh gosh, it's me again.
New England's #1 urban Caribbean music. Radio. Spark FM.
Sideways, boys in the day. Sideways, boys in the day.
Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. In looking for some news and complaining about the heat, do you know that parts of California and Phoenix could reach up to 130 degrees?
Oh, F that.
Bro, what do you do with that? The heat dome is so formidable, the National Weather Service in Phoenix called it one of the strongest high-pressure systems this region has ever seen. Around 100 heat records could fall today through the weekend as it intensifies, piling into the more than 1,000 high-temperature records broken in the U.S. since June. More than 90 million people are under the heat alerts after the heat dome expanded into places like California, which has now experienced its first extreme heat wave of the year. And I can only freaking imagine.
Oh, no. Like, my breathing, that hurt my breathing by just saying that. Can you? No, that's awful.
I told y'all.
It has already been
awful.
dangerously hot for weeks in Texas, Florida, and Arizona, where Phoenix is in the middle of likely record-breaking streak of consecutive 110-degree days.
Told y'all.
The low temperature in Phoenix might not drop below 90 degrees for 8 consecutive days, another record. Bro, no. Absolutely not.
No, I'm not going to do that.
The heat will be so intense, forecasters suggested residents of Las Vegas avoid the outdoors between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m., with the city forecast to challenge its all-time high temperature of 117 degrees on Sunday. It won't get much more cooler at night, with low temperatures nearing 90 degrees. Absolutely not.
Yeah, I remember when I went to Vegas in August one time, and at 8 p.m. it was 100 degrees.
No.
Oh, wow.
I was miserable.
8 p.m., 100 degrees. How do you got to just stay inside. You can't possibly go
Stay
outside.
inside in the AC.
You can't
or
do
sit
nothing.
in a pool of water. It's crazy.
You cannot do nothing at all. Yes, that's terrible. So let's get into the national news. Miss Tony, what you got?
Oh, yeah, let's get into it because these things are just
That's I was gonna say about the storm. All these storms are but basically what these are. What's gonna happen is when it's hurricane season and all of that is going to be insane.
It's in.
Yeah.
Because warm weather contributes to hurricane season.
Oh.
All this warm weather that we have going on, especially the coast that we have it on the West Coast and going into the southern border. All that hot air is going to get blown into the Atlantic Ocean. Is going to mix with that air, and it's not going to be a good thing.
Y'all don't book no cruises in October and November.
But they've been telling us this for a long time.
Crazy.
Here it is.
Crazy.
And this is just the beginning, folks.
This is just the beginning. And speaking of just the beginning, look at this. FBI finds 40 skulls and human remains in the home of a Kentucky.
What do I do with that information? Why did you have 40 skulls?
Well, the stolen human bones are tied to Harvard and were used as decorations in the man's home. He's decorating his home with them.
They were used as what?
Decorations.
Decorations, like the things that you get from this to
Like
hang around. Did like a little a skull rim?
Or a toothbrush holder.
A skull curtain puller.
Yes, a salt and pepper shaker.
Okay. Plates.
Bowls. Oh, bowls.
A drawer handle.
Oh. Maybe what if he had a hand and he was using it as a grabber?
Oh, Jesus Lord.
A Kentucky man was busted with dozens of stolen human skulls and other bones that he used as decorations, in which he allegedly trafficked in a body parts ring linked to Harvard Medical School. Federal authorities said on Thursday.
That was a twist. I didn't see it coming. I should have saw it coming.
This is them girls' parents. That girl's parents. At least 40.
Jesus
At
Christ.
least 40 human skulls, including one with a scarf wrapped around its neck, along with hip bones, rib cages, and spines, were found in James Williams Knott's Mount Washington apartment.
I want to take a small pause
Tuesday.
for the cause because we've got to really kind of dissect what we're reading. Let me ask you, what kind of person do you have to actually be? What kind of person do you actually have to be all like, oh, give me all the bones?
This is the kind of person asked by an agent if anyone else was in his home. Not 40 said, only my dead friends. That's the kind of person.
I'm not laughing at he did it.
That's the kind of person.
He actually,
where is he?
He's right there.
I can't see.
Oh, he's coming.
No, I can't see him. Oh, I see him now. He looks,
he did it.
The bone collector.
Yes.
Is accused.
Why does he have his hand on his heart?
Because he's a pledging allegiance. Pledging allegiance to the America.
Is he protecting his own bones now?
Probably he should.
I'm pretty sure that he would like his bones to be in his apartment with him hanging out. I'm pretty sure that he's that
This
type.
bone collector is accused of using the name William Burke to sell the human remains, which he fastened to his bed and furniture as creepy home decor, according to the federal officials. He allegedly worked with the ring to buy and sell the bones, which were linked to Harvard Medical School, where a morgue manager was arrested last month for selling parts of corpses, authorities said. A Harvard medical bag was found in Knott's home, along with loaded firearms, including at least one AK-47, according to the criminal complaint. In a Facebook message last month, Knott allegedly talked to another bone buff, Jeremy Polly
bone
of
buff.
Pennsylvania, about selling the bones. How much total for the couple and the last video you sent plus the spines?
Oh, and we would like to have the spines as well. Oh, the couple of people?
The couple of yes, it was a couple.
No.
Polly was later investigated and told agents about the network of body part sellers, which allegedly also sold hearts, brains, and lungs. Last month, federal authorities alleged that Cedric Lodge, a longtime employee of the Harvard Medical School, let buyers come into a mortuary unit at the Ivy League school and pick out parts of corpses to buy.
What do you do with a lung and a heart?
You cut it up and you eat it with some fava beans and Chianti.
Oh, Silence of the Lambs?
Like that. That's what you do with it.
Why was I watching that yesterday?
Why was you watching
I was
it?
watching
Where did you
Hannibal
find that to
yesterday.
watch?
It came on the TV. I just watched it.
In total, 7 people were charged with selling human remains at the time. Here are some of the bones down here that, oh, look. Edit. The pelvis has been sold. Antique articulated partial pelvis with sacrum and 5 vertebrae. This is a listing. Lot of 25 scapula, all with original catalog numbers. PM to claim. This is how they were listing the
They
bones.
posted on Facebook about it?
Yeah, there was a Facebook group. There was a Facebook group.
Dang.
You know, I'm not saying that I want to understand, but some way I do want to understand. I don't understand what the allure is about collecting bones. Like what is I'm just going to use them as decorations. Is that what it's like? I just like to decorate my house with human remains.
I mean, they said that this man had his bed decorated with it. The bed, and what else did he have decorated?
Use it as decoration.
Yeah, he used it as decoration for his bed and things. I don't know. How do you decorate your bed with that? What do you do? What do you
put
make
a skull on each little thing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then you have the vertebrae could be the backbone of your back of the backboard.
You know what would be kind of cool though? You remember yesterday we were looking at the molding up in the ceiling at Pure Oasis? What if you did like some vertebrae molding?
Oh wow.
That would be cute.
That would be cute.
It's gross.
You can use like Philanchi, so it's like a bed skirt.
Yeah.
Not trying to give y'all ideas. But.
Yes, and then you just kind of like
right.
have a little frill.
Yeah.
Spirit fingers.
Yes. Oh, you can use a skull as a nice candle holder on your bedside table.
That's beautiful.
Oh, what if a skull lamp? Yeah.
And then it goes, and then it like pierces through, the light pierces through, so it gives you a little ambiance, a little bit. Okay. So
put a scarf around the neck.
We figured out what the allure for human remains are, and you can thank us later.
Yes, in the comment section, tell us how you would use human bones to
not on Beyonce's internet, not on our comment section, because they're gonna be like, this show is out of order.
Out. Of course, this story is so sad, so sad. Ugh. Fast fashion retailer Shein is accused of criminal activity in a lawsuit. What? Shein had a sale last night for 49 cents. Like, ooh,
clear liquidation sale.
Listen, don't think I wasn't in there clicking. Don't think my basket ain't full, okay? I've got home decor in there from Shein.
Oh, is that where you get your skulls?
Girl, listen, if they had them, I might.
49 cents.
A lawsuit was filed Tuesday against Shein, alleging the fast fashion retailer runs an elaborate operation that seeks out and steals intellectual property of designers big and small, while also utilizing a confusing corporate structure that allows the company to circumvent allegations of theft with minimal legal consequence. All that to say, Shein ain't doing right. The suit claims Shein utilizes a secretive algorithm that is meant to identify growing fashion trends and purposely produces a small amount of allegedly stolen item in the event of an infringement allegation. If the company is accused of stealing a design, Shein is able to quickly resolve the matter. So that's smart business. Leave them alone. Leave Shein
They're resolving
alone.
the matter.
Yes.
They try. What Shein does is, we tried it, didn't work. All right, next. Like, I mean, they're not you ask them to put a stop to it, they put a stop to it.
Right. So when Shein copies a smaller independent designer, the most likely outcome without brand protection specialists and specialized software is that the infringement will go unnoticed. If demand of the item remains high, Shein will allegedly produce more as long as the threat of infringement doesn't exist. Very smart.
Oh, so if you don't trademark your ish and your intellectual property the way that you should, then they're going to be like, oh, then you can't do nothing to me. I mean, that sucks. But that is also a really, really great business lesson. If you have a really great designs or quotes and stuff like that, you've got to spend the money to get them trademarked.
Yeah.
Like, it is imperative at this point with these fast fashion sites.
Yeah.
You have to.
Right. So it says that in the event of a case of cease and desist or a lawsuit, the plaintiffs claim Shein relies upon a multiplicity of entities and outwardly decentralization structure aid in its effort to avoid liability for intellectual property infringement. So they're like, we only going to make a few of these. And then if we end up getting sued, it ain't our fault. They made them. So they outsource. And it says, if the demand for the item remains high, Shein will allegedly produce more as long as the threat of infringement doesn't exist. So they'll be like, we'll make a little bit more. But if y'all threaten us, we're going to be like, they did it, not us.
I see what they did there.
Yeah.
I see what they did.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what alleges that the
It's
retailer.
not nice.
Yeah.
It's very mean, but I see it.
Yeah.
I get it.
They would place the blame on an independent company when in actuality, the entities subjected to these accusations are connected to Shein. Well, of course, they're connected to us. We sell their stuff, but we didn't make it.
I see what you're a good lawyer.
She ain't smart. Hey, I'm with them. Listen, leave Shein alone. And they better have a bigger sale. They need to put everything for 50 cents.
Everything got to be 50,
25 cents.
25 cents. Liquidate it.
Yeah.
Come back with a different name.
Exactly. And they used to be She Inside, and then they changed it to Shein. So, and that was long ago.
But She Inside sounds vulgar.
It does. Does it?
No. He Inside would have found it.
Yeah. They do sell men's clothes too now.
They do. I like that.
Me too. It's cute. Arizona Republican refers to Black Americans as colored people on the House floor. Damn. Colored people.
Wow.
Like, seriously?
Do you have that clip? Let me.
That's crazy. Representative Eli Crane, who is a Republican from Arizona, referred to Black people as colored people Thursday in a floor debate over his proposed amendment to an annual defense policy bill, prompting a stern rebuke from the former chair of the Congressional Black Caucus. My amendment has nothing to do with whether or not colored people or Black people or anybody can serve, said Crane, who is in his first term. It has nothing to do with any of that stuff. Do you think that he thought that was okay to say?
He wrote back and said that he misspoke and that, he's not racist, and what they say when they being racist.
I watched the Cosby Show, and I have black
friends
at my house.
Yeah, and I have my best friend, my sister's best friend is Black.
I don't see color.
Yes. That is the favorite one.
Lawmakers were debating a series of GOP-backed amendments to the National Defense Authorization Act, which the House aims to pass by the end of the week. Crane said his amendment would prohibit the Defense Department from considering race, gender, religion, political affiliations, or any other ideological concepts as the sole basis for recruitment, training, education, promotion, or retention decisions.
So what that means is he's going after affirmative action the same way that the Supreme Court did.
And he'll get support on that because the Supreme Court is supporting that, right?
Absolutely.
I'm going to tell you guys this right now. You can keep playing around these games of diversity, equity, inclusion, but there are some real threats out there. And if we keep messing around and keep lowering our standards, it's not going to be good, he said. This, again, is his first term. Immediately after Crane finished his remarks, Representative Joyce Beatty of Ohio asked the derogatory phrase he used be stricken from the record. I find it offensive and very inappropriate, said Beatty, who was the chair of the Congressional Black Caucus. I am asking for unanimous consent to take down the words of referring to me or any of my colleagues as
How did he
people.
use it? What did he use? What was the quote that he used? I'm trying to look for the video, but I can't
he
find
said,
it.
My amendment has nothing to do with whether or not colored people or Black people or anybody can serve. It has nothing to do with any of that stuff.
It sounds like he believes that Black people and white people should drink from different water fountains.
Oh, yes.
I was reading the comments of that yesterday. You know what scares me the most, though, is the Black people. In particular, and this is going to sound very weird, in particular, the Black women that defend a lot of the BS that happen in these comment sections. Like I remember, overwhelmingly there was a lot of like black women who just didn't understand why we were so offended and blah blah blah. And I just want to say, shut up, coon. But I didn't say that because I don't want to whatever. But it bothered me a lot. Like it bothered me a lot that people don't understand the connotation of calling people colored. And I guess the argument and a lot of the argument was like, but we refer to people as people of color.
And an argument that I've seen too is that the NAACP is the
National of Colored People.
Right.
Yeah,
because at one point it was
Jim
acceptable.
Crow era.
Right.
In the Jim Crow era, that is what they used to describe us. And a lot of people said, if you think about it, the signs, and that's what I said, water fountains, the was coloreds only, or something like that. It was used as a very derogatory term for us. So, and then people were like, language evolves. So when you know better, you say better. And the fact that he is a what is it? He is a voted in congressperson and he's elected congressperson. He's up there using the word colored willy-nilly to describe people of color is just, it's we just keep going backwards, which I don't understand. We're evolving with technology and all of the things, but when it comes to like rights and freedom and equality, why are we going backwards?
Right. That's crazy. He asked for a comment about his choice of words. Crane said he misspoke. He said in a heated floor debate of my amendment that would prohibit discrimination on the color of one's skin in the armed forces, I misspoke. Every one of us is made in the image of God and created.
Why white people so afraid of being discriminated against?
Because is that a thing?
It is. It's like they are afraid of being discriminated against, and they don't want any discrimination to come across them.
Yeah.
But they are very, very fine with the discrimination of others, which is so crazy to me.
Yeah. And his thing did pass. The House adopted his amendment on Thursday night with a vote of 214 to 210. So look at that. Look at that. And then my last national story. The doctors have reattached a boy's head after a car accident thanks to an amazing surgery. And
wait, reattached his head?
They reattached his head.
Where it went?
I don't know. Surgeons in Israel performed a miracle surgery and managed to reattach a boy's head after he was hit by a car while riding his bike. A Jerusalem hospital announced this week.
What the hell? Where's that?
In Jerusalem, Suleim Hassan, a 12-year-old Palestinian from West Bank, suffered what is known as an internal decapitation. So the head
spine.
didn't come off. It's just he was disconnected inside. With his skull detached from the top vertebrae of his spine, officially known as a bilateral atlanto-occipital joint dislocation.
Who the hell named that?
And why? Why didn't it just call it internal decapitation?
Exactly.
I don't know. Hassan was riding his bike when he was hit by a car. The boy was rushed to Hadassah Medical Center and immediately put into surgery in the trauma unit. The doctor said his head was almost completely detached from the base of his neck. Dr. Ohad Inav, the orthopedic specialist who led the operation, said the procedure took several hours and requires the doctors to use new plates and fixations in the damaged area. That's so weird to me.
That's horrible.
It's crazy. Our ability to save the child was thanks to our knowledge in the most innovative technology in the operating room, adding that the team fought for the boy's life. Him and his team said that Hassan has a projected survival rate of only 50%, and his recovery is nothing short of a miracle, or had a survival rate of only 50%. The operation occurred in June, but doctors waited a month to announce the results. The hospital recently discharged the boy with a cervical splint and will continue to monitor his recovery.
Really?
He don't need to have a
what? Remember?
Yeah,
a little
cage around his head.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at again. We are so advanced in all of the things, technology, medicine, all of the things, and then we just,
the fact that the child has no neurological deficits or sensory or motor dysfunction, and that he's functioning normally and walking without an aid after such a long process is no small. That is a miracle.
Wow.
That is crazy. Yeah. Yeah, you can read up more about that in there's 1,794 comments because people commented about what the hell is that, and look at the boy just standing there.
Wow.
that
Where's
is
the
a
picture?
you
Where
have
is
the
it?
you. We don't have that story.
I put it in there.
No, you didn't. You know,
Where, at the bottom?
Do we not have? Oh, because we don't have the same. We don't have the same thing. It's from Yahoo News. Doctors reattach boy's head after car accident.
Typing out furiously. Reattach.
Okay. Doctors reattach
boy's head after car accident. You see it?
Mm-hmm.
And he's just in there. I mean, his eyes look a little wonky, but he's still got his head on.
You got to have a little something wrong with you after your neck falls off of your head.
You detach from your brain.
Scroll up and see if there's a picture.
As long as his spinal cord was just in there hanging out.
Oh wow.
Poor little baby.
Yeah. That's so traumatizing though.
That
Go
is.
through that. Like,
How old is he?
12.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
But good for him. And good for those doctors.
Yeah.
Hands of the Lord.
In Israel. Hallelujah.
Hello.
I'm gonna show y'all in a minute.
Came
Sorry.
out of Israel and traveled.
Things are moving slow.
Is it the video? I think they just want to see the picture. There was a story floating around yesterday about 2 Ben Franklin Institute professors suing the school for age and race discrimination. They, 60 plus and white, their argument, the leadership fired them for speaking out about coming back to school after COVID and the school's desire to hire younger Black professionals. See, you older folks are sitting there crying about discrimination because they want to hire some younger Black professors. We need young Black professors in the schools. Exactly. We don't need an old bunch of 60-year-olds that don't know nothing who don't want to say gay.
And who
don't like the affirmative action and don't like the word woke. How you supposed to teach me things if you want to cancel out my ancestry?
They're killing this word woke.
It was a Boston.com article.
Boy.
The ex-professors alleged discrimination at Franklin Cummings. 2 white professors, both in their 60s, are suing Boston's Franklin Institute. The professor accused Franklin Cummings Tech of ending their employment as part of a mission to transform the faculty into a roster of young Black men. Wow. Y'all wildin'.
Wildin' out.
It says, long based in the South End, Franklin Cummings Tech is in the process of building a new campus in Nubian Square. The small college boasts a student body that is 76% people of color. In a lawsuit filed on Monday in Suffolk Superior Court, Arvin and DaCosta alleged that Franklin Cummings Tech ended their employment last year after they raised concerns about returning to in-person classes during the early 2022 COVID surge. Specifically, the lawsuit alleges that this college's Dean of Academic Affairs, Dr. Marvin Luceau, used the havoc and uncertainty wreaked by the COVID-19 pandemic as a pretext to justify terminating these 2. He is also named in the lawsuit, but did not return a request for comment. After being named Dean of Academic Affairs in 2020, Luceau allegedly immediately began firing older white faculty members and expressed a desire to hire more young Black faculty members, according to the lawsuit. The 2 complaint notes that another Franklin Institute teacher, professor, 71-year-old Tom Nadori, is similarly suing the school over his 2020 termination and has alleged age and disability discrimination. The lawsuit filed last year is still ongoing. That's wild.
That is crazy.
That is wild. And I didn't know they were building in Nubian Square.
I think that's kind of cool.
That's amazing.
And if they are, it should be Black professors.
Yeah.
In Nubian Square.
Right.
Except those cool, super woke white ones.
Oh, so the school responded. They declined to comment on the specifics of the lawsuit, but told the news in a statement that it believes the claim is unfounded. Our college is deeply committed to fostering an environment of respect, inclusivity, and equity for all members of our community, the college said. Franklin Cummings Tech takes any reports of this nature seriously in accordance with our institutional values. And we will follow that because that's crazy. They're suing. Arvin and DaCosta are each seeking damages of $250,000 for emotional distress and $150,000 in lost wages and compensation.
How many?
$250,000 plus $150,000 for $400,000.
Just because they can't come back to work?
Because they can't come back to work. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's what happened.
That's terrible.
And that is national news. That is national news.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Again, that's what we're talking about. White people discriminating against. I mean, I don't know what y'all want.
Yeah.
Why you still want to work? Ain't you supposed to retire?
Exactly. Y'all 60 and 70. Go sit down on your porch and drink some
lemonade.
Bartles and James.
The The hell is that?
Bartles and James. Thanks for your support. It used to be two little white men on a rocking chair, rocking on the rocking chair, drinking their wine coolers, and at the end they used to say, "Thanks for your support."
We're gonna go to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back in a few moments with our entertainment news. Keep it locked right here. Spark FM Online.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
Turn it on. Turn it up.
This is SparkFMOnline.com.
Did you know that you can now get a standard Massachusetts driver's license regardless of your immigration status? To get help with your application, a list of all required documents, and nearby appointment scheduling, visit mass.gov/WFMA. Your license is your way forward, so why not get started today? Register now at mass.gov/WFMA or call 857-368-WFMA.
SI Promotions USA, alongside Specialists and Friends, presents Ecstasy. Ecstasy, a summer chic affair where the music seduces your mind, body, and soul. Ecstasy. On Sunday, July 30th, from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. at Mojito's Country Club, 44 Mosaic Drive, Randolph, Massachusetts, 02368.
Yeah, cause girls is players too.
Featuring Steely Bashman from NYC, Freeze International from NYC, Sound Inc. Family, Ghetto Hype, and Cypress. Hosted by Specialist, FC, and Trickstar.
Say you're bad from which part? Tell up the winner one dip that.
Your ticket locations: TNE Mini Mart, Tasha Michelle's Closet, 1775 Dorchester Avenue, Boston, Mass. 02124. Get your tickets online at ecstasy.frontlineticketing.com.
I'm not going no small threat. Let me extend my apology.
Ecstasy, a summer chic affair.
Are you tired of renting and need more of your own space? Are you getting stressful letters or calls from the bank? Does your home require expensive repairs and you just don't have the funds to fix them? Regardless of whether you want to buy or sell, Taylor Andre of Thumbprint Realty is here to help. From saving your home from foreclosure to walking you through the process of becoming a first-time homeowner, Taylor makes real estate easy. With your best interests at heart, knowledge of the market, and a passion for people, Taylor is dedicated and motivated to serve you.
Good rising, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. I am Taylor Andre, and I am determined and dedicated in assisting you in all of your real estate needs. Give me a call at 617-459-0041. Again, that number is 617-459-0041. Or you can email me at TAYLAANDRE@thumbprintrealty.com.
The all-new Spark FM.
You're the baddest one.
Spark FM. You are now listening to Spark FM. Spark FM. Spark FM.
Oh, yes, you kindly. Miss Jolie, know your mango sweet, so Jolie, know your mango.
New England's #1 urban Caribbean music. Radio. Spark FM.
Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. Nobody's going to Disney World.
Yeah.
Tell me what that means.
It says nobody was there. What's behind the summer slump at Disney World and University?
Hot as hell.
Is you think that's what it is?
No, I think it's DeSantis, but
long line and jam-packed crowds tend to go hand in hand at Central Florida's world-famous theme park during the summer months. But Walt Disney World and Universal Orlando park goers may be in for a reprieve this season. Wait times for rides and attractions at both resorts have shortened, according to analysis who track theme park attendance. Videos on social media also show park attendings remaining on thinner crowds. The reasons behind the slowdown are hard to pin down, but travel experts point to extreme weather, as Tristan said, and heat in Florida, a waning post-pandemic travel boom, and a tense political climate in Florida, as you said.
It's everything.
That has prompted travel warnings from some groups. So we need to go to Disney next month.
Right.
Get in line.
Sure. That don't mean it's cheap. That don't mean it's cheap.
They should
make
lower.
it cheap.
If people ain't going, then you need to settle the price.
No, it's too high.
How
much is it?
Where's Disney World?
Disney World is in Orlando. It is expensive. It's like $150 per person for the day, I think.
Let's see how much is Disney World ticket.
Let's see what the weather is like.
A 4-day 4-park magic ticket, $99 per day.
$99 per day
plus tax. The total price is $396.
Oh,
that's for 4 days. I was like, wait, how the hell do you add that much tax?
Right. Yeah. How much? So you just want to go one day? How much is it?
Let me go to disney.com.world.
Yeah.
And where do I want to go?
Well, it says right here, though, that recent discounts offered by Walt Disney World Resort and Universal Orlando Resort far exceeded those offered last year as well.
Wow.
The discounts may reflect a return to pre-pandemic demand levels on a recent list of summer specials. For example, Disney lists savings of up to 25% on rooms at some Disney hotels. And there's essentially the same discounts that were offered back in 2019. And in 2022, they were stingy with discounts, but now they're back to that. So I'm going to have to look into that.
It's only $109 a day.
And why you need to go for more than one day?
That's why I said only, because I'm not planning to go for more than one day.
Don't you need to go to one? Ain't Disney World like big as hell?
Yeah, but you could get that done in a day. I'm not going to Disney 2 days. I got to go to Disney, and then you got to go to Universal
and Epcot,
and then Epcot Center. Did it still got Epcot Center?
We used to go to Disney, Universal, Epcot Center, and SeaWorld. And we used to live it up.
Yeah, we lived a good life.
We did. We're kind of privileged.
We very privileged.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very privileged.
We went on trips, and we used to go to Disney, Epcot. We didn't go to Universal. We used to go to Disney, Epcot, SeaWorld, and spend a day at Wet n Wild. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Remember when Justin had to wear your bathing suit? That was funny. So, I'm going to have to look into that.
Oh, and you can add a park hopper option, and you can go to the water park and the sports option or park hopper plus option. This is where the child said that he want to go for his birthday, and this might be cheaper than going on a cruise.
It definitely is.
Yes, so we're going to take a plane there to Orlando, stay with Son, and then we're going to go over here 1 day or 2 days.
We're going to do that next month.
Yes.
Next week.
What's next week?
No, it's birthday.
Oh, I can't afford it next week. Okay, because I don't know where we're going next week.
We're going to go right.
We're not that privileged.
We're going to go right
We
there.
were privileged, now that we adults.
River Street Pond. That's where we
I'm going to get higher, what is a mouse? Come out there and then hot in a shorts and a sleeveless tank. In a small mask.
The boy's birthday next week.
How old is he turning?
He's going to be 8.
He's going to be 8, okay.
And I asked him where he wants to go, and he said the aquarium. And I'm like, yo, that's boring. But if that's what he wants to do.
The aquarium is nice. When's the last time you've been to the aquarium?
The other day.
Oh, it's nice.
I think.
When is the last time I've been to the aquarium? I have not been to the aquarium in at least 15 years.
It stinks.
It does.
The
penguins
stink.
And it's very dark.
Yeah.
And it's weird.
Has CK ever been to the aquarium?
Yes. He had to go with his school at least.
No.
Take your Blue Money card. If y'all got Blue Money card, you get nice little
That is
discount.
true. We went to the Museum of Science,
expensive.
to the Children's Museum all the time, because on Friday it was like free with your blue card or
It's
something.
supposed
like
to
that.
still be during the summer. There's supposed to be all kind of free decisions.
What
That's
size?
not
What
what I meant
age?
to
What
say.
age is the Children's Museum? Not go up to what? Our children too big at this point? No, CK never too
they're
big.
not too big.
CK love a toy.
Yeah.
Today I had on a shorts and he said, "Mom, where's your pants?" I said, "I have them on." He said, "But that doesn't look like it."
Oh.
I said, I ran back in my house and changed my clothes.
That's right, Kiki Palmer.
Exactly. I was like, see, this is why I make a good wife. I listen.
Yeah.
I listen.
Yeah. Shoot.
Anyhow. Oh, it's time for our entertainment news.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't know where we were. I didn't know what was going on here. A woman arrested in connection with Robert De Niro's grandson. Oh, Lord.
Yes. What is that story?
With his death.
Mm-hmm.
So cops have a woman in custody who they believe is directly tied to the overdose death of Robert De Niro's grandson, Leonardo De Niro Leonardo de Niro Rodriguez. And TMZ has learned the feds are now on the case too. Law enforcement sources tell us the 20-year-old woman was busted Thursday in NYC by a joint NYPD and federal task force, and they believe she sold drugs to Leonardo before his death, which his mother has said was due to a fentanyl overdose. Hey. We're told the suspect is being processed at this moment, and we don't know yet what charges she will be facing. As we reported, the 19-year-old was found dead inside of an apartment on July 2nd. He had appeared in the 2018 film A Star is Born, playing the son of Bradley Cooper's best friend, George Noodle Stone, played by Dave Chappelle. Leonardo also appeared in the cabaret Maxime in 2018. Law enforcement sources told TMZ Leonardo's death is being investigated as an overdose. We're told the teen was house sitting and both drugs and drug paraphernalia were found near his body. While authorities have yet to release any official cause of death, his mother, Drana De Niro, said last week someone sold him fentanyl-laced pills that they knew were laced, yet still sold them to him. I think fentanyl, obviously it's illegal and they can't get it off the drugs because it's legal in supply and demand.
Where's the fentanyl factory?
Why is there a Why is there a fentanyl factory? Like, why?
Because it's coming from China.
But so tell me what people are cutting it with that to expand.
Oh my goodness! I feel like we do this every 4 months.
Because I don't get. This is my same question with racism. I think it's stupid. I think it's so stupid that you have to continue to explain it to me.
People are drunk. They don't care. Listen, these are heartless people. They don't care. These are people that's
but they
all
want
about
to
the
die.
dollar. They don't care. Listen. These are the people. There's some people out there that, yes, they look for fentanyl. Absolutely. The majority, the average drug user that's out here doing heroin, crack, they're getting drugs laced with it. Okay?
I don't know why.
Meaning that they don't know. They want to get high. Period. They want to get high. Period. So they don't care what is what. They just want their drugs.
But is that a good high to be near death?
To them, that's what they want.
Because you keep chasing a higher high than you had before. And I don't know, Lawanda, you interested to get mad at me all the time, but I just don't understand certain things. Certain things my brain don't like to even circulate around. Because for me, maybe because I'm sane and I'm not on drugs or an addict, I'm like, bro, anything that could possibly kill me by touching it, why do I want to smoke it? I don't get it.
I don't get
like,
it
even
either.
if I was a drug addict, I'd be like, no, I want to get high. I don't want to die.
Or maybe they just feel, maybe they're so drugged out and out of their mind that they just are just like, just give me a drug, whatever the drug
Taking
is.
it.
And you're taking that risk anyways by taking drugs at all in the first place, right? So
give me one.
That. In other news, Robert De Niro now has a 3-month-old baby who made her debut on CBS this morning with the lady yesterday. I don't understand why Robert De Niro is 100 and has a 3-month-old baby.
That's the bigger question here.
Right. Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
That's gross.
That's really nasty.
It's so wrinkly, you know?
All that skin just
laying there.
On top of you.
And then it don't move. Like it's like a little leech, a little bloodsucker just sticks to your skin. Especially if it's hot. Imagine if it's hot and wet.
Liver spots.
Moist.
This next story is sad too.
And wrinkly and moist. And
gross. Lisa Marie Presley's cause of death revealed.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Presley's death caused by weight loss surgery complications that obstructed her bowel. Autopsy shows with music eras also found to have opioids in her system when she died at age 54. Damn.
Yeah.
It's been revealed that Lisa Marie Presley died age 54 in January from a small bowel obstruction caused by previous weight loss surgery, with opioids found in her blood at the time of death. The daughter of Elvis Presley was rushed to hospital on January 12th after going into cardiac arrest. The bowel obstruction was in the form of strangulated small bowel caused by adhesions that developed after bariatric surgery or stomach stapling many years prior.
Oh, no. Damn.
She looked horrible.
Horrible. They said
God.
She had therapeutic levels of oxycodone in her blood with a second opioid, buprenorphine, which is used to treat opioid dependence, also found. And there were also traces of quetiapine, an antipsychotic drug, in her.
Quetiapine. Wow.
That's awful.
Wow.
And when was her bariatric surgery?
They said a couple of years before?
Yeah, years before.
10 days after her passing, hundreds of people attended a public memorial at Graceland in Memphis on January 22nd, and more than 1.5 people watched the service via live stream as well. She had twin daughters, Harper and Finley, in 2008, and then husband Michael Lockwood, but the pair divorced in 2016. Oh my God. Oh, and she had another son, a daughter Riley and a son Benjamin, with ex-husband Danny, who was married. Benjamin died by suicide in 2020 at the age of 20.
It's
27.
Unfortunately, her death reminds me very much of Annie. What's her name? Anna Nicole.
Oh yeah.
Anna Nicole. Her son committed suicide due to drugs. He got addicted to drugs eventually, and then Anna Nicole ended up relapsing, and And
do you see this picture with Anna Marie and Lisa? Like they are like the mother looks so much better than
she does.
Wow.
Except for in that bottom picture. That's a little weird.
Louise.
But they said that she was trying to lose weight for the some Elvis award season or something like that. So she went and she had these surgeries. Then this ended up bad though, because her mother and her daughter ended up like having all of this big fight over the twins and all that. Her daughter is an actress who's been in a few movies.
Yeah, over the account.
Yeah, over the account. That's so sad.
It's just so sad. Yeah. It's really, really awfully sad.
She said, they said as a teenager, she rebelled with drugs from the ages of 13 to 17, but her mother put her into the Castle, a Scientology center in Hollywood, to get her off drugs. She said, I did everything but mushrooms, heroin, or crack.
And fentanyl.
She said cocaine, sedatives, pot, drinking, all at the same time. I don't know how I lived through it. I woke up one day with a bunch of people on the floor. I drove myself to Church of Scientology and said, somebody help me right now. And for a time it worked. She was drug-free from the age of 17. And then she had just recently started taking opioids again.
Jeez Louise.
I know.
What's the other story? Who got to pay somebody alimony? Who just Stevie J and Faith Evans. Did we ever talk about that?
No.
We never talked about that.
Yes.
Can you find that while I read this one? So Wendy Williams' ex-husband is selling off his $1.2 million Florida home as financial troubles worsen because you got to get a job, Kevin. Wendy Williams' ex-husband Kevin Hunter is ready to unload the Florida home he shares with his new partner months after losing his fight over alimony checks owed from the talk show host has learned. How in the goddamn hell do you cheat on a woman for many years, have a baby on her, leave her, marry another woman, and still have the unmitigated gall?
Buy a house for her too.
And have the ball sack to sit there and go to court and ask the court for this lady to pay you alimony.
Child.
What you got to have? What kind of cojones?
Because he helped build Wendy and he helped make Wendy,
made her.
And he helped establish that show.
Then he should have stayed with her because it's cheaper to keep her.
It's cheaper.
And Wendy was the boss at the end of the day because she's the one that had the clause in the contract that said, and if I was to not work, you ain't getting nothing.
Nothing.
And look at what happened. A month later, she ain't got no job.
No job.
And he ain't got no alimony.
No alimony.
Where was that story? Oh, okay. I'm gonna put this one in here. I'm gonna put it
Mr. Hunter's.
Oh, because I'm not in the same thing as y'all.
You are not. She sent two, one edited and one other. So you must be in the first one.
Okay. So Stevie J and Faith Evans. Faith Evans gets out marriage to Stevie J, but not without paying spousal support. Faith Evans has finally settled her messy divorce from Stevie J, and the soul singer has agreed to pay her ex-husband spousal support. In court documents obtained on Monday, July 3rd, Evans is said to have informed the court that she has entered into a written agreement regarding their property and their marriage or domestic support partnership rights, including support, radar, NPR Online reports. The Love Like This singer is asking for the court to approve the agreement she and CVJ reached within, which includes spousal support and covering his attorney fees, while CV has made public pleas to win Evans back. She wanted the latest filings to confirm the irreconcilable differences that led to their dissolved marriage. There are irreconcilable differences that have led to the irremediable breakdown of the marriage or domestic partnership. Where is the amount of money? CV was the one to file for divorce in November 2021 at Los Angeles Superior Court after 3 years of marriage. The news reports the pair shared a long history dating back to Evans' time at Bad Boy Records, where CV worked as a producer. They both have children from previous relationships, but they did not have any together. CV was previously linked to ex-girlfriend Jocelyn Hernandez, who is not a human being, with whom he shares a daughter, and Evans was previously married to the late Notorious B.I.G. and her second husband, Todd Russa. And I say that Jocelyn is not a human being because...
I was just about to find the video to give to Tristan to play, because that's another story we never got into.
That's another story
either.
that we need to get into.
The video of Jocelyn?
Did you see the video?
But when she was fighting the cops?
Oh, yeah, she crazy.
When she was fighting the cops?
Oh, yeah, she crazy.
That's fentanyl.
That's not... Yeah, 100... Well, she ain't dead, so I would say bath salts more so, because bath salts are a little bit more controlled substance.
What is the amount that she has to pay? I heard it was some ridiculous amount of money that it's like $100,000 a month, isn't it? That she has to pay for him. Despite comments about a $1 million amount, the exact details are not yet public. But I did see that. So that's a rumor. We haven't confirmed how much she's paying him for alimony. She's paying him for alimony because she's like, I just want to get rid of you. Whatever it is that I got to do, I got to get rid of you.
Yes.
Is the one with Big Lex?
Tristan is playing Faith Evans in the background. She's so rude to her. She said, I never knew a love like this before.
Because you know what? Nobody wanted that to happen in the first place.
Why did that happen?
No, exactly. And this is the video. I don't know why that happened. And Dilbert Kelly, if the roles were reversed, it would be the same exact commentary. Yeah. You cannot cheat on somebody, go have a baby on them, take all their money, and then come back and be like, oh, I want alimony. I also am not a believer of women getting paid $100,000 a month in alimony either.
I don't
Once we divorce, I feel like we should divorce. Maybe you could pay my little house off or something like that. But I don't necessarily believe in alimony in a lot of these situations.
Yeah.
Like if I was there from the beginning, pay me off and let's just split our time so we don't have to deal with this. I'm not a big believer in that. So you won't hear different commentary. But here is what happens when you do not pay alimony, apparently.
No.
This is Jocelyn Hernandez in a fit of rage. No, this is not even the one. This is not even the video. This is her first roundabout.
Yeah.
There is a video of her attacking the police and them having to literally pick her up and escort her out.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was crazy.
They had to pick her up pick up her whole body, and then she was flopping around and dropped down and all kinds of stuff. She was going crazy.
Absolutely nuts.
Oh, look at this Zeus. Of course Zeus would be somewhere in the vicinity.
She gonna get paid for that?
Of course.
It's, that kind of stuff is just so scary to me, because how do you get yourself to get that far out of control?
Child.
I thought that there was a trigger at some point that would allow you to kind of calm down once you see the police and you remember that the police be tearing people up.
Oh, 2 days ago.
Yep, and they handled her.
Go back to that new video.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Yes, here it is right here. Be advised that this is very this is very crazy. And if you don't like crazy things, then turn away from your screen at this time. To the people listening on the radio, you can hear the crazy. You don't even need to see it to know. Go ahead.
Of the heated confrontation that landed a reality star behind bars right here in South Florida.
And Louis is standing by with a body cam footage just into the newsroom. Louis.
Yeah, Jocelyn Hernandez made a name for herself on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, but last month she found herself in handcuffs after a brawl that went from bad to worse. Sunrise police were called when the 36-year-old first got into it with fellow reality star Big Lex backstage at the FLA Live. Body cam video shows Hernandez immediately cursing at officers, then tossing a phone at a man, telling her to calm down.
This is her fighting the cops.
How you doing?
So you can see several cops had to take her down after they say she shoved one of those officers, but even on the ground, she put up quite the struggle and continued to shout racial and homophobic slurs to police officers who were trying to handcuff her.
Look at him. They're leading her through the hallway, trying to walk her through the hallway, and she's fighting them even more. There's about 7 cops around her.
Yeah.
And as she was being escorted out, she was still resisting at one point, refusing to walk, which is when cops picked her up by the legs, had to carry her to the cruiser. Everything happened last month during the exhibition fight between Floyd Mayweather.
Why didn't they just put her in the ring?
Ended
They should have thrown her into the ring.
Yes, and put some gloves on her and let her just spin around and have at it.
And hit whoever wanted to come around near her.
Yeah, like in that type of situation, the police got to use their resources around them. Huh? You me? Yeah. I don't know. Hello. No. The police got to use their camera around them. But they got to use. They just put her in the ring, let her have a good time.
Yeah.
Let her do whatever she got to do, because that's crazy.
I watched that video, like all of that video, and I was just like, what the hell is that? What am I watching?
I was like absolutely confused. Like, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not why you do it, but not a crackhead, but just a little crackish.
It was like a zombie apocalypse type something. Like, she was biting at them, cussing them. She
called them all kind of F word, all kind of N word, all kind of cracker, all kind of. She said,
"White man, get off of me, white man! Don't touch me!" Wild.
And then for our last 2 minutes, our producer put a discussion question in here.
You don't want to talk about Snoop's pet roach? Oh, I didn't. I hate that these things aren't in here. I put so many stories in here.
Oh.
Lotto threatens to beat your ass when a fan throws an object at her. She threatened to beat their ass.
As she should.
And then Snoop Dogg reveals he once adopted a pet roach he couldn't kill and called it the Gooch. And we used to leave food out for him and everything, he said. Snoop Dogg has revealed he once adopted a pet roach that he called the Gooch. The rapper said he took the roach under his wing after failing to kill it. We used to leave food out for him and everything. His adoration for animals extends far beyond his dogs. In an interview with Nardwuar published on Tuesday, the Gin and Juice rapper recalled a period when he once adopted, yes, silly, a giant roach.
Hold on.
Did you one time have a roach?
A roach? I got a roach in my hand right now.
Baboom.
Hold on. We gotta finish this. The show the video.
You have the video?
Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Full video.
He's stupid.
I'm have a roach.
A roach? I got a roach in my hand right now.
Baboom. No, called Gooch. Did you have a roach called Gooch?
Oh, yeah.
He's being interviewed by famous guy Nardwuar.
When I had a roach that we couldn't kill. We tried to kill a motherfucker when we first moved in, and he wouldn't die, so we called him the Gooch. And he just kept getting bigger and bigger. I stayed in that apartment for about like 6-7 months. Cuz grew to the size of about a whole dollar bill. He was about the size of a dollar bill.
Absolutely
we called him the Gooch. We used to leave food out for him and everything.
Did you one time have a roach?
What? No, that's
A
not
roach?
a roach. That's a beetle.
That's a lizard.
Yeah, that was a small snapdragon or something like that, because that wasn't no roach that grew to the size of, you know how big a damn dollar bill is?
A dollar bill? Noah was the size of a dollar bill when he was born.
Jeez, Louise. Imagine a roach the size of Noah when he was born.
That's crazy.
That's nasty.
That's disgusting.
It's like, it's weird because it's like, okay, you're caring about this creature. That's nice. But
Yeah.
it's also like a roach.
Yeah, it's a roach.
What? A roach.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Don't kill nobody.
What did you do that couldn't kill it?
Right.
He didn't want to kill it.
He used to leave food out for him and everything.
Like,
Oh, Whitney and Brittany had similar outrages. Brittany, when she
Oh,
bald
but
shaved off her head and then
and
she
she
went
was
attacked the car.
with the umbrella.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I remember that. I do remember that. You got that,
Oh.
Janet. You got that. I don't remember Whitney's.
Ice-T used to have sharks. Rick Ross had horses, cows, and a pair of buffalo.
Rick Ross has a whole entire farm.
So
No, he got a
Mike
kayak.
Tyson used to have
I'm about to call him a
tigers.
kayak. What's the things that spit?
Llama.
Oh, llamas.
Yes.
Kayak. Yes.
So into our today's discussion question, how do you guys feel about AI? I've been seeing it going across a little bit more and your social media accounts apps that go viral. Did you participate in the AI challenge to see what a baby would look like
I know.
based
Did y'all
on your
see those?
pictures? Are you okay with the possibility that these images will be used for inappropriate reasons? Also, can you tell who's real and who's not? The man got tricked by a few AI women. Does she look fake to you? How do you guys feel about these? I've never done any of the AI pictures because I don't, even though I do understand that my picture's already out there. Is this a real woman? Is this the real woman?
No.
Oh,
is an AI
I don't know
woman.
what he's showing me. Let me see.
That's not a real
Oh,
person?
this is not a real person?
Where is it? I can't see
people
it.
them, Tristan. We're going to show you guys the people them. And then in the comment section, or you guys can call us up. How do you guys feel about AI? I believe in AI for documenting purposes and for business purposes. I don't believe in AI to just be using AI, but then I don't know. I feel like I don't know.
So this isn't a real person?
They don't know. They're trying to ask you if you know if it is one or not.
Oh.
Can you tell? Would you think it's a real person or is she fake?
She looked like a person.
She looked like
to
a
me.
real person.
That's a real
to me.
person.
That's definitely real. I've seen her a couple times. She
I
looked
know.
like a lot of the girls out here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So but they're saying that in general, this actually crazy. Many people like this video, not just one person. Is it AI or is it not AI?
I know. What are the?
I don't know. I don't
What
know
are
if
they
she's
saying?
AI. I don't know.
But I know. Have Triz? Have you done any of those AI things where you put your picture in the app and they make you?
But I've seen our little cousin Chelsea has done a bunch of AI pictures, and they are awesome.
They are.
They are very, very
really nice.
awesome.
A few people have done it. I've seen Jolisa, Mina even did like the little baby one. Those baby pictures are cute.
Those baby pictures are cute.
Everybody's like, if you don't get baby fever after this, and I mean, I don't want the baby, but I thought it was really cool that. But I mean, I like the AI, but I think that AI is gonna start. People are not gonna start being as real as they should.
I think that especially for
Anymore.
like online dating and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's probably running rampant with AI of people trying to make themselves look more refined.
Yeah.
And things as such.
Yeah.
Like a whole body image issue.
Yeah, like
there's
that's
already so many things with like Photoshop and people editing stuff, and then to like.
Yeah, see, I could do a little Photoshop, make me a little skinny, make my titties a little bit upper and things like that. But I don't know if I want to do a full AI and put that out there. They say a good way to figure out AI is the hands.
Oh yeah,
They do really bad hands. And I was looking at the pictures yesterday. They do really bad. The hands are all choppy and cut up. They look crazy.
You know what? I'm looking at Chelsea's pictures now, and the hands.
You see the
are
hands?
terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, they just like they don't connect right. I guess they haven't figured out how to make the hand look normal. So they always kind of look like film or something like that. See that? Yep. Put you on.
Another news: Tory Lanez reportedly totally despondent in prison
because they said that they had him in solitary confinement and he wants to be out with the people. He wants to be with the people.
Despondent means in low spirits, low loss of hope and courage.
Why? Would you supposed to be in prison frolicking and happy?
Well, that's what Tory would like to do: be in prison, be in prison frolicking and happy. You know, he would have a good time out there.
Yeah,
having a nice time frolicking.
This is a nice story. The RZA reacts to Rihanna and A$AP Rocky naming their baby boy after him.
No.
The musical peer announced their son's name in an adorable Instagram post nearly 1 year after his birth. So the RZA, the iconic leader of the Wu-Tang Clan, might have the honor of being one of the most influential rappers of all time. But there is one particular tribute that he probably didn't see coming, and that's having Rihanna and A$AP Rocky name their son after him. In a conversation with CNN that was published last week, RZA, whose real name is Robert Fitzgerald Diggs, responded to the touching gesture saying, "It is a great honor to know that there's another generation that's not even of my own household that feels the strength and inspiration of that name."
That's dope.
That is dope. That's really
I'm gonna
nice.
name my next child RZA too.
Me too. Oh, Sizzle.
Oh, Vibes Cartel gets one last shot at freedom with new appeal date.
Oh, good.
They're not gonna give it to him. Poor thing.
No.
Vibes Cartel has given one last chance to plead for his freedom in the murder of Clive Lizard Williams, with the Jamaican government. With the Jamaican government allowing him a new privy council date. Radio Jamaica News reports that the dancehall legend will be able to go before the Privy Council between April 16th and 18th of 2024. The hearing was granted as of Wednesday, July 12th. The dates are tentative as of press time, and Vibes Cartel, real names Adidja Palmer, is scheduled to be heard alongside his co-defendants Sean Storm, Kahira Jones, and Andre St. John, who all were given life sentences alongside Vibes for the murder of promoter Clive Lizard Williams. Why did they kill? Do we know why it was alleged?
They never found the body of Clyde.
Did they ever find a murder
No.
Weapon?
Yes.
No. No murder weapon.
How did they convict him?
And he's been there for so long. How long has he been
They
in
had
jail?
a couple of phone calls, I believe, and text messages, I believe, that said that implicated them in the murder. But yeah, man, this would be great because Cartel has been in jail for over 15 years now.
Has it been that long? That's been a long time. How long did Buju go to jail?
I feel like he was there for a long
8 years, maybe?
Let me see when Cartel got locked up.
Because he's been if he comes out, he's gonna be the richest Jamaican in all the land.
Okay.
He's gonna he's not gonna be able to travel though. He'll probably stay right your ass in Jamaica.
Where is he in jail?
He's been in jail for almost
Jamaica.
20 years.
Really?
Really?
Wow.
Really?
He's been in jail for 22 years.
Damn.
2011.
No.
September 2011.
That's 10.
That's 12.
12, yes.
That's
I
12.
was like, boy, I wasn't even born
If
yet.
it was 2000.
Yeah.
Did y'all see yesterday there was a thing that was going around on social media where this guy said to the girl, "Oh, it was very nice meeting you, da-da-da-da-da, I want to take you out, da-da-da, it's kind of hot, do you want to go for ice cream?" And the girl was like, "Sir, I'm 26 years old and I'm not going on no ice cream date. And since you seem like whatever, best wishes to you." What do y'all think about that?
I don't think anything
Schneider
about
asked that. She asked, she would not go on the ice cream date with him.
I don't think anything about
She
that.
thought it was above, she thought it was beneath her to go on an ice cream date.
I don't think.
That's crazy.
Honey.
Is she lactose intolerant? Like, what's going on?
But that's what I'm saying.
Like,
I would have appreciated
why
her
would you-
saying, "I'm lactose intolerant. Let's go to get
Starbucks.
something."
Right.
But you know what it
You're
is?
26 years old.
Ice cream dates expensive.
Is lit.
I love an ice cream
If you go to JP Damn Licks, that's about $12.
It's more $12 each.
If you go down to get the Chinese people where they roll it and put all the things in it, I think I might go down there today.
I don't understand.
Said I'm gonna take myself on a date.
I don't even understand that kind of ice cream because what you
The
chopping
rolling
it up
ice
from?
cream?
Then when you chop it,
Oh my goodness!
So and then they serve it to you in a roll.
Holy hell! Oh. It's the best
No, that's
ice
where you
cream.
and Brittany went last
It is
year, right?
the best ice cream you will
Where is
ever
it?
had. It's the freshest ice cream. They take the cream.
It's not
literally.
fresher than Crescent Ridge on the
Literally.
farm.
Literally, you see them take the cream.
Yeah.
Whatever fruits you want, whatever you want in it.
Oh, 'cause
Whatever
they're
you
making
want.
the ice cream.
You want strawberry shortcake in it. They go to get the strawberry shortcake, cut it up, put it in a thing. Whatever you
like
want.
Cold Stone.
I'm thinking it starts as a liquid and then they form it. Oh,
Yes, 'cause
so
they pour-
yeah.
It starts as a liquid. They pour it on a thing, turns into ice.
Oh,
okay, I like that. That's
Oh
rather
my
dope.
God.
You got that. You
It's
got
so
that.
good,
You
so
got
good.
Schneider said he's blamed the whole social media flued out culture.
Me too.
I
Me
agree
too. Because if you think about the age of these 26-year-olds, they grew up in City Girl. Like they started to get their brain together during the City Girl and all of that. And I love the City Girl, so I have nothing to say about them. But I'm just saying, like, these little girls think that they out here and that they deserve to go to Del Frisco's when a man first asks you to eat.
Yeah.
You better take your black ass to the Olive Garden or to the Starbucks.
You better start off at Applebee's and work your way up to the Olive Garden. Hello, what is your
get
problem?
A little Fridays, get a little $5 iced tea, a Long Island iced tea. Get you nice and sauced up and smile at him and stuff like that. Next thing you know, you go to the little Cracker Barrel or something like that.
I wish somebody would ask me to go to ice cream.
Bro, shoot.
Somebody asked me to go to ice cream.
You want to go to ice cream?
Let's go.
Okay.
All right.
It's time for us to be up out of here. Again, people, let me give you a little rundown of everything that's going down. We're going to start tonight at Bridge Fest. We have the Roots Alley Collective Band out there from 7 to 9. And all of these things are on our Instagram page. Please, please, please go out and follow us on Instagram so you guys can't say, I didn't know that happened. Yes, you did. You friggin' did.
Right. And don't complain about the Hyde Park Bridge if you can't come to the Jam at the Bridge.
Exactly. So Jam at the Bridge goes down tonight. It's from 7 to 9. Right out there, Cleary Square. Go on our whatever. You can register, all kinds of stuff. Tomorrow is the Togetherness boat ride. That's leaving at 8 o'clock.
7 p.m. is boarding. You guys, for tickets, go on togetherness.eventbrite.com. Number two,
we have 2 tickets to give away.
Oh, yeah, we have tickets to give away.
Who want to go to the boat ride? Call us up, 617-272-3387 while y'all call. We also have Open Streets kicks off for their second edition of Open Streets, and that's in Roxbury from Blue Hill Ave all the way to Grove Hall. So make sure you got from Dudley, Blue Hill, all the way to Grove Hall. Make sure you guys go out there. And then on Sunday, we have
There's also Jam at the Bridge again tomorrow.
Jam at the Bridge again tomorrow with DJ Live. And that's a pop-up shop. If you are a vendor and you want to get in there, there is a email address on the flyer. Go on our Instagram and look at that. We also have the Roxbury Unity Parade going down July 16th. Kitty's band launch is at 1102 Blue Hill Ave from 12 to 4 on Sunday. So make sure you guys are there. Also, people, NAACP convention July 26th to August 1st. And Boston Mall Black Family Reunion is on July 22nd. So make sure it's all most of these things are free. The NAACP situation is not, but people get out there, do what you got to do, and have a good summer.
Have a good summer. Be responsible. Be safe.
No fentanyl.
No fentanyl.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And visit your local Black-owned dispensaries, Yamba Market, Pure Oasis,
Apex Noir,
and
Primitive,
yes. Go visit them.
Heritage Club.
Yes, go to all of them.
Yamba Boutique.
Enjoy yourself.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Spark FM Online.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
The all-new Spark FM. Spark FM. Log on to sparkfmonline.com.
Production invites you to their annual International Togetherness Boat Ride. Tell me about work in the morning, unless we're talking hard work. Wine and jam on Saturday, July 15th. Boarding time is at 7 p.m. Departure time is at 8 p.m. sharp. It's all taking place at 70 Rosewall. That's the Seaport District in Boston. Aboard the MV Freedom. Tickets are only $60 in advance and $70 the day of the event. Your DJs on board: Mastermind, Vital Rhythm, Sergio, Alfredito, Idrin, HMP out of New York City. Special performances by a group from Honduras. Turbo Rhythm section of the Trinidad. Light dinner's gonna be included. It's a 21+ event and proper ID is required. Come dress to impress in your mellow yellow attire. Tickets are available on eventbrite.com. For more information, contact 617-719-3972 or 617-980-4729. Unice Productions invites you to their annual International Togetherness Boat Ride. Look at how it are.
Yamba Market. Visit the first Black-owned dispensary in Cambridge. Yamba Market's mission is to participate authentically in building a socially restorative adult cannabis market in Massachusetts and beyond. Their commitment to the Yamba family is to provide an inclusive and exemplary experience focused on a broad selection of unique strains, quality products, and customer journey. Open from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day. 580 Mass Avenue, Central Square, Cambridge, Massachusetts. Registration at yambamarket.com.
Finally Home is a must-read, step-by-step guide that will equip any first-time homebuyer with the knowledge they need to